a local service ads campaign is not as complex as a Google Ads campaign. You still need to manage it effectively to optimize the performance of the campaign. So the first thing you'll notice is once you set it up, ideally you're going to get calls. So a good starting point is to go to the leads tab right here. This is where it's going to pull in all the phone leads or message leads that you're going to receive from the campaign. So I'm going to go to a lead that I've already listened to, but did not book. So I always fill out the customer name, and under notes, I put in their address and email address. After I book it, I add that as a customer email. The first thing you want to do with any phone call is to listen to the recording. So you click under here, show recording. You can listen to the phone call, listen to when either your client or your client's call center answered the phone call and if they scheduled a meeting or booked a meeting. So this one is booked. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this booked right here. I say upcoming. I put in the date. He booked a little bit out. It's for 10 a.m. And then I just put in whatever I heard on the phone call, right? So this is exterior, save. And that is going to be filtered under book leads. So you can actually export a report to only show book leads or charge leads, things like that. So you want to do that just to effectively manage the campaign and signal to Google that, hey, this lead was booked. It's a good call. The second thing you want to do under leads right here is to rate the lead. So I do this with every lead that I get. I either choose very dissatisfied, somewhat satisfied, or very satisfied. There's really no in between, right? So I booked this lead. I'm going to say very satisfied. And I'm going to say it converted into a book customer or client. Now you're going to get odd leads where it's someone searching for a job or pitching you. That's when you submit a rating that you were dissatisfied and you'll get a credit. So on this screen, you'll see right here, the client is already expecting a credit of almost $240 from this month's leads that were credited. So this is an example of a lead that was credited. It wasn't necessarily the right fit for the company, meaning it was someone soliciting services to the company. So right away I said, this lead doesn't match our criteria, put that in. Google was able to credit the account. Now, it's not 100% of the time that they'll credit. It's that's a frustrating part of LSAs is there's no real track to dispute charges. They run off a feedback system since 2024. So I always submit feedback just to give Google that feedback loop. If you're doing messaging as well, this is another tactic that I always do. Once you get the lead, Google shows how quick you are to respond. You're not going to get a ton of information. As you can see, the phone number is X'd out right here. You're going to get either a zip code or a territory like a town, and then potentially the business category or a name, but you're not going to get all the information. So what I do here is just request for more information. So name, address, phone number if I'm a contractor, or potential time of estimate as well, so that I get that information. I can send it to the client, or if I'm the client running this, I can respond right away with a time and date for them. But message leads convert at a lower rate, but they're still good. They're a little cheaper on the CPL. So another thing you want to do here, once you listen to the leads, you look at conversions, what's converting, what's not, is you want to take out job types. So go to profile and budget. select job types. And then right here, you can turn on and off specific services that don't yield anything, right? So if you're getting a ton of leads for home building, for instance, and you're a GC, they don't have architectural drawings, that's not going to convert into a customer quickly. So turning that off can help signal to Google you don't do this. You're not going to get charged for any leads for people that are in like the research phase. So they're not lower in the purchasing funnel. So that's another tidbit to manage your leads effectively, is to turn off certain job types as well. The other thing I want to point out is you could pull reports as well. It's not as robust as a Google Ads campaign, but it will show you last 30 days. It automatically filters that. But if you want to see by month how your leads are, charge leads so far 22, total spend, ad impressions, top impression rate, absolute top impression rate on search. So this is just top level, high level kind of metrics that you use, but it's useful in the fact that it does give you a snapshot of how you're performing. You could filter month over month as well to see how your campaigns are performing. And those are kind of the three things I know I mentioned in the last video. You always consistently want to update your profile and budget. So that is, if you want more leads, you got to increase your budget. If you want to add pictures and photos, you should every week or so of completed work. That way, Google, it shows that you're consistently creating content. Under reviews, you really can't do much in the local service ads aspect of it. This runs off your Google My Business page. So what you want to do is gain reviews from your Google Business page, not really from local service ads. So that's pretty much it, how to effectively manage it. What I do for my clients is I always go, once it's a book lead, go into their CRM system and actually add the lead and add the completed date or scheduled date for the estimate. So that way it takes it off their plate and I'm effectively managing the campaign. It's not as easy as a Google Ads campaign, and the fact that there's no connection with Zapier to a CRM system from LSA. It's more manual, but during that manual process, if you follow the steps right, I think you could effectively manage the campaign with very little uplift in your time. So very time efficient. Focus on submitting feedback for leads, booking leads, putting as much information as the system, putting in photos of completed work, and getting reviews on your Google Business page, and you'll be good to go. So if this was helpful, like, subscribe, and we'll create more content, actionable content for small to medium-sized businesses.